What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Whole Views, and today we're gonna be talking about Fatherhood, probably the best damn Father's Day movie that you could watch. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't so far. Again, we still making steps toward our goals. Help us to keep making steps, and I appreciate every time somebody hits the subscribe button and the bells. Talking about this movie and the things about it that are so good. It's a heartwarming movie, man. I also want you to know that if you're gonna sit down and watch this thing is incredibly dramatic, incredibly tear-inducing. Now myself, I tend to watch things objectively, and I can kind of remove myself. And although I watched it and I connected with the movie throughout the movie, I did not find myself being brought to tears. But I would not be surprised if others were brought to tears, because it's that type of a film. Not only is it an incredibly accurate depiction of being a father, from personal experience, again, I connect with a whole lot of it, but it's also based on a true story, and being based on a true story, you can't help but get things right. The only things that weren't particularly right about the movie, or let's say super realistic about the movie, were the things that were, you can tell, kind of exaggerated for dramatic effect or cinematic effect, like helping to make the movie a movie. For instance, there are some workplace scenes that, as those workplace scenes play out, you kind of think, hey, this is probably a bit exaggerated for the sake of making it a film. Other times in the movie, there are some things where communication does not appear to be taking place, and we also know, like, based on the characters that we have, communication would definitely be taking place, so probably not super realistic there. But outside of those handful of instances, like maybe 3 instances that I'm thinking about as I'm talking without giving spoilers, there's nothing else about this movie that is unrealistic. The timelines of it, the way characters act in certain situations, the things that he has to deal with as a parent, the things that he has to deal with as a widower, the things that he has to deal with in-laws, all those things are incredibly accurate when talking about the things that people go through when having family and having children and having extended family. All that stuff was right and very good. Bit of a warning: if you're going into this looking for Kevin Hart to be Kevin Hart, you're not gonna get a whole lot of loud screaming Kevin Hart. You will have some funny moments throughout, but it won't be the gut busters. It won't be like him being super silly and funny and over the top. I think of like Central Intelligence. Like, you're not getting that version of Kevin Hart. You're getting a much more grounded version. Again, super realistic. The situations where he's funny are funny situations. They kind of play to be more funny because it's stuff that's also realistic. Like parents, again, there's some moments, some interaction with him and her daughter. I was like, yeah, I've done that. I've said that. Yeah, I've been in those shoes. And that made it like real enjoyable. It put a smile on your face as a parent. This is not my normal film, I have to say that. Normally I go for sci-fi, I go for action, I go for horror. Like, I like things that are real far away from reality. But this was very grounded, very real, very dramatic, still incredibly good. I'd have to give this movie probably a strong 8, knocking on a 9. Again, it's there are scales to everything, but this one, very good. Highly recommended. Best movie that you could watch on Father's Day. And if you're a father who's actually truly big time involved in the life of your children, you'll probably identify with a whole lot of the stuff that went on in this movie. So again, absolutely recommended. If you're watching on Father's Day, happy Father's Day to you. I watched it. I enjoyed it. My family, my wife enjoyed it. We got a big kick out of it. We liked it. It was a good time. So if you want to see a dramatic comedy, very good one. You can't go wrong with this one. Anyway, that's all I have. Enjoy yourself. Guard your heart. Come back and check out more videos.